Book Think Like a Stoic, I talk a lot about alignment. This is a very important concept. You align with something bigger than you. Uh, for example, as person living in community, you need to align with people around you. Otherwise, it's not really, great. When you meet somebody, you might be attracted to that person, but you can't really control whether that person would return your uh, interest, favor. And when you try to control other people, it's not really great. You can either become a control freak or you become a failed lover. And in either case, it's not really great. So this alignment idea is very universal. You align with the community, you align with the people around you, and you also align with the physical roles. Elon Musk has a big ego, right? I mean, it's apparent. I mean, he wants to be big, he wants to be rich, he wants to be famous. However, unlike many people you meet in your life who have a big ego, Elon Musk doesn't only have a big ego. He also has a stoic way of life. Elon Musk is quite stoic. He's aligned with something bigger than him. That is the physical law. So when he builds rockets, he needs to be aligned with the law. Otherwise, the rocket wouldn't launch. So he can say, "Hey, I'm going to build a big rocket, and we're going to Mars." He can be a big mouth, but in addition to that, he need to be a stoic because being stoic is to be to align with something bigger than you. That was a Greek Roman idea of human living. So to be stoic is to align with something with bigger than you, whether it's people, community, or laws of physics. Now, having said that, you know, in the AI community, there is this discussion between posthumanism and transhumanism. Now, posthumanism is the idea that you probably would replace humans with AI. You would write AI codes and generate, nurture AI that would function like humans so that you wouldn't need humans for one reason or another. Maybe you can reduce the cost or you can make products that are greater than what humans make. And in either case, the idea is that you replace humans with AI. That's post-humanism. Transhumanism is more human-centered and you know it is this idea that you with the help of AI, you can grow. I always use ChatGPT and Cloud and Grok and so on. In Japanese, it's called kabeuchi. Kabeuchi means sometimes in Japan, people practice tennis by hitting against the wall. Hit the ball against the wall, and the ball comes back, and you hit the ball again. So that way you can practice. That is called kabeuchi, hitting the wall. And in Japan, people do kabeuchi all the time. With generative AI, I do kabeuchi all the time. In that way, you can actually learn a lot of things, and the neural network in your brain hopefully gets more sophisticated and more tuned to what we are up to at this time. And so in that scenario, we are in the domain of transhumanism. This idea that with AI, you can be a better person, you can be a more intelligent person, so that way you can grow, and that I think is very important aspect of AI alignment. So alignment is, I think, key to the stoic way of life in for contemporary modern human, and also alignment is the key idea for how we deal with artificial intelligence from here. So this concept of artificial general intelligence or artificial super intelligence, I think, is very problematic in this way, because as Bruce Lee famously said, "Be water." This should be the mantra for alignment, and AGI is when you say AGI or ASI, there's this feeling that there's not enough feeling for alignment. When you say artificial general intelligence or AGI, you sound like as if you are saying that, okay, there's going to be this powerful AI. It's going to decide whatever it wants to do. The same goes for ASI. And this, I think, was the issue that was discussed in Yudakovsky and Suarez's really great book, If Anyone Builds It, Everyone Dies. This really alarming and intelligent book about AI alignment from here, or failure of AI alignment from here. Well, it's based on this idea that, AI is going to be something that would stand alone, that is independent of human beings. That can happen. Yeah, that can certainly happen. As those authors, were predicting in the book. But on the other hand, we can try to align with AI and be water. That is a slightly different version of AI alignment. And in order to do that, I think we really need to be flexible, and we really need to see things clearly. And in that, I hope my the Japanese concept that I have introduced in my previous books, Nagomi and Ikigai, would help. So Ikigai, Ikigai, hopefully. This is a significance of living, goal of living, and so on. And Ikigai is important in alignment because it is independent of external metrics. The brownie points. Artificial intelligence systems are kind of grown on external metrics, reinforcement learning from human feedback or verifiable rewards and so on. So, they are very much, you know, um, configured by external metrics. But in the case of humans, we have Ikigai. Ikigai has nothing to do with external metrics. I get a kick out of it when I watch butterflies fly around, when I go for a run in Tokyo. But that has nothing to do with the external metrics. Nobody is going to give me brownie points, give me money. Well, pat my shoulder and say, hey, Ken, well done. Butterfly watching, flying around. Wow, great. Nobody says that. So that's my entirely private joy. And so Nagomi is this Japanese idea of, balance and harmony and so on. And we really need to have a Nagomi between AI and ourselves. So that is very much at the core of alignment, AI alignment. So, coming back to this scheme, I think alignment is going to be very important in many fields. And, this is not commitment. This is not control or being controlled. There's a really water-like flexibility in alignment. And it should be like that. For example, coming back to interpersonal relationships, nobody should be controlled by somebody else, whether it's parent-child relationships, whether it's lovers or workplace relationships. Nobody should be controlled by anybody, or vice versa. And that is alignment. That water-like, flexibility is alignment. And so, alignment is different from commitment. Alignment is different from um, devotion. Alignment is different from conviction, belief. It's something more subtle, something that would keep you an autonomous agent, self supporting agent, and that is something that would build a flexible relationship between you and the entity that you align with. So, be it human or AI and so on. So, I have been discussing alignment, today, and I believe that this is central to the Stoic way of life. So, Stoicism is going to be very big from here because it is this idea that there's something bigger than me, that something bigger than greater than me, and I would love to align with that something, but it's not obeying, it's not commitment, it's something more flexible, like water. Bruce Lee famously said, "Be water, my friend." That I think is a really great mantra for a stoic way of life. So if you are interested, please read my book, Think Like a Stoic. It's a great book. Hopefully, I wrote it. Anyway, so that's all for today, and I hope to see you again.